All right, guys, I'm back with another good one for you today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Aliens exist and nobody's talking about what that really means. So here's what's really happening. The Pentagon released UFO footage. Congress held hearings with military witnesses and whistleblowers. And the mainstream media just buried it for 48 hours. You want to know why? Because disclosure isn't about little green men. It is about consciousness. You see, these beings travel through dimensional frequencies, hyperspace, not physical space. They're not more advanced technologically, they're more advanced consciously. And if humanity learns that consciousness can manipulate matter and transcend space and time, every control system on this planet becomes obsolete. So I'm telling you, the ancients were in contact with these beings. The Sumerian tablets, the Egyptian text, and the Vedic scriptures, they all describe the same thing. Beings who taught frequency manipulation, manifestation science, and consciousness expansion. The elites know this, and that's why they're doing slow disclosure instead of full disclosure. They need time to control the narratives, but it's all too late because if you're watching this, you already know.
Would you believe me if I told you that the moon isn't a giant ball of rock in outer space, but it's actually some sort of projection being reflected off of the firmament? Now, I know this sounds really crazy, but do me a favor, go on YouTube and search Vibes of Cosmos. And he essentially shows you that the moon is a reflection of the flat earth that we live on. You see, that little section right there is where we live. And as a matter of fact, the United Nations logo is that section of the flat earth being reflected off of the firmament. Right there. That's the United Nations logo with the North Pole right there. And then Antarctica, obviously, is the outer section that we can't go to. Now, that means that there must be more land beyond the ice wall. If you go within 200 miles of the Antarctic coast, you will either get unalived or they will simply arrest you. So, if you go to the Czech Republic and you look at the Prague astronomical clock, for some odd reason, it looks really similar to the flat Earth moon map that I just showed you. Why are all of these things just coincidences? I made this video entirely for entertainment purposes only. Of course, the moon is not a projection being reflected off of the firmament. It's actually
You know, people make good points on both sides between the flat Earth and round Earth. I don't know. It does make you wonder why is that Antarctica so guarded and protected so much. But I don't know. You guys throw it in the comments if you got any ideas.
Onto a basketball, it doesn't wrap around the surface and stay there. It runs straight off every time. Because water doesn't cling to curved surfaces. It finds the lowest flat point and settles. So here's the question nobody in your science class ever had to answer out loud. How are the world's oceans, covering 71% of this planet, curving around a ball? Every builder, every surveyor, every engineer working with water uses one foundational principle. Water finds level. It doesn't slope, it doesn't arc, it doesn't wrap. Given any container or open surface, water will always settle into a perfectly flat, horizontal plane. That's why spirit levels work. That's why canal builders throughout history used water as their reference line, because it never lies. The globe model asks you to accept that oceans, trillions of tons of water, are somehow curving around a spherical surface, held in place by a gravitational force so precise that the water stays curved without any visible evidence of that curve at sea level, but stand on any beach. Look at the ocean surface. It is flat to the horizon in every direction. No visible curve, no visible arc, just level. And here's the engineering detail that lands hardest. The Suez Canal, over 100 miles long, was constructed with zero curvature adjustment. The engineers dug a flat, level channel from one end to the other. If Earth curves roughly 8 inches per mile squared, a 100-mile canal should account for over a mile of cumulative drop from one end to the other. They accounted for none of it. The water sits level throughout, because it always does. On a flat Earth, water behaves exactly as it always has in every observable situation. It finds level. It stays level. It covers a flat surface evenly without curving, without wrapping, without requiring a force to hold it against geometry it naturally resists. The oceans are flat because water is flat. That's not a theory. That's what water does in every test, every container, every canal, every lake, always.
See, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I mean, that does make sense too, but I don't know nothing about physics and all that, so I don't know if there's another explanation for the people who think we live on a globe, what their argument is, but maybe we'll get to that.
No Part 84. In 2001, German computer technician Armin Maiwes posted an online advertisement looking for someone who wanted to be killed and eaten. Shockingly, a man named Bernd Brandes responded and voluntarily agreed to meet him. After the encounter, Maiwes killed Brandes and later consumed parts of his body. The case stunned the world and sparked a legal debate over whether a person can legally consent to their own killing. Maiwes was ultimately convicted of murder in 2006 and sentenced to life in prison. In 1947, Kix cereal gave away toy atomic bomb rings containing a tiny sample of polonium-210, one of the most radioactive elements on Earth. Kids could use the ring to watch alpha particles create tiny flashes of light through a small viewing screen. At the time, the amount of polonium was considered too small to pose a significant health risk. Today, however, the idea of giving radioactive material away as a cereal prize sounds almost unbelievable. Mako Nishimura is widely believed to be the only woman ever formally accepted as a full member of Japan's male-dominated Yakuza. After running away from home as a teenager, she spent more than 25 years in organized crime, earning a reputation for violence and eventually rising through the ranks of the syndicate. Covered in traditional Yakuza tattoos and missing part of one finger, a sign of Yakuza punishment and loyalty, she later left the criminal underworld. Today, she says she regrets her past and works with an organization that helps former gang members rebuild their lives.
I forgot all about Kick cereal. I do remember Kick cereal now. You guys remember it? Or are you guys too young? Or too, I mean, throw it in the comments so I know what kind of audience I got here.
This is exactly why people are afraid of the dark. A man is alone by the pool, just doing some late night cleaning. The atmosphere is quiet until it's not. Watch the right side. A small girl in a white dress suddenly appears, moving way too fast to be real. She sneaks up right behind him and taps his shoulder. The moment he turns around, pure panic sets in. He doesn't just run, he falls and scrambles on the ground, desperate to escape. He realized too late that he wasn't alone.
What do you guys think? You think that was real, or you think that was some stage stuff, or somehow somebody AI'd it? If it was real, that'd be some crazy.
If you want to bury a dead body, simply bury it 9 feet deep, then place a dead animal 4 feet above it. This way, if a police dog smells something unusual, they will only find the dead animal. If you're driving around with some illegal substances, simply put it in a sealed box that has your address on it, because cops aren't allowed to open up your mail. If you want to get rid of a crime weapon, the best way to do it is to melt it down into a block of steel, then throw it in the ocean. This way it will sink to the bottom, and if someone finds it, they will never know what it originally was. Every time you stay at a hotel, bring a dead cockroach with you. Toss it on the floor somewhere in your room, then call the front desk and say there's a cockroach in my room. You'll probably get a free room upgrade or a discount for the rest of your stay. To be safe in bear-infested areas, always carry a pocket knife when you go with a friend. If a bear attacks you, stab your friend in the leg and run. If you're tired at work, set up a ladder and take a nap at its base. If you get caught, you can say you fell off the ladder and lost consciousness.
They went to some extremes on that, didn't they? But a couple things seem like they make sense.
This is what you're feeding your kids.
Check this out. It has not melted. No bugs have touched this. It sat out all night. I've already done this test before already, y'all. 2 years ago. Not even joking.
Wow.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Now, we want to know why there's no mold, there's no melt, there's not even any dirt on this stuff, dude. I would highly
And the
suggest
bugs don't
though,
want it.
to stop eating this, man, and stop feeding this to your kids. Seriously, because look,
Yeah.
that should have done something else. I know y'all are gonna say, well, it doesn't have ice cream on your box anymore, dude. That means.
And this is what you're feeding your kid.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know somebody that works at Nestle, but I don't think they know anything about that, like how the process is made. I think they just do like shipping and packing.
I placed a drop of liquid on the spoon, and the moment this fly took a drink, it stopped acting like an insect. It started tracing a path. Look at the white dots on the table. It's following them perfectly, forming a shape that looks like a question mark. It's not random. It feels like it's being controlled, like something inside it is forcing it to write this message. Is it asking for help, or is it warning me? The precision is chilling. It's not just a fly anymore. It's a messenger, and I have no idea what it's saying. This isn't normal behavior.
What do you guys think? You think that was real? If it was, that's crazy. What is it even doing?
Something's going on with Shia LaBeouf. People are saying that some lady said that Shia LaBeouf accused her of stalking him while she was just sitting in her car. Something's going on with Shia LaBeouf. Maybe he thinks that everybody that's around him, sitting around him, is watching him, but something's going on with this guy. People are saying ever since the Eagle Eye movie, he has not been the same. He's been doing strange things for a long time now, guys. Something's going on with him, and I'm just asking you guys, do you know? Because I have no idea. He told her that she's scaring his dad, but I don't see nobody around him. Maybe his dad was around there and his friends, but I didn't see them. Something's going on with Shia LaBeouf, guys, and we need to figure this out because that lady said that she was not stalking him, allegedly. This is what I'm hearing. I'm not sure how true none of this stuff is. But of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. I hope that Shia LaBeouf is okay and he's not going through anything because he's acting very strange lately. I'm not sure what's going on with him. If you know anything, let me know. I'm out.
What's up with all these actors all of a sudden acting weird and crazy?
Went down? Yeah. The server or the what? No, the result. So you want to check it on the video review? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gigante is requesting a video review to check if the ball went through the net.
Have you ever seen something that completely breaks the rules of reality? During a professional tennis match, a routine point turns into an absolute nightmare for physics. The player challenges the call, demanding a video review. The umpire's voice echoes over the stadium, checking if the ball went through the net. Everyone expects a normal bounce, but the slow motion replay shows the impossible. The ball doesn't hit the white tape. It literally phases right through the solid mesh of the net like a ghost. The umpire confirms it, overturning the call, while the crowd is left in stunned silence. No tricks, no weird camera angles. Just a terrifying reminder that maybe, just maybe, we really are living in a simulation, and this was a glitch in the Matrix.
Now that one is crazy. That right there is some hard proof. Like, how would it even do that? Are we in a simulation?
Facts, part 1009. Here's a photo of one of the deadliest wild animals on Earth. Known as Dorve, the rogue bull elephant has been linked to at least 25 human deaths in Nepal since 2010. In 2012, he trampled a husband and wife to death near Chitwan National Park, forcing his devastated son to move nearly 9 miles away across 2 rivers in hope that they'd never cross paths with him again. But 14 years later, Dorve found them, raiding their home and killing the man's 25-year-old daughter-in-law and 4-year-old grandson, bringing the same family's death toll up to 4. The attacks have unfolded amid a growing human-elephant conflict, as shrinking habitat and growing villages have pushed elephants into closer contact with people. Despite being shot, fitted with multiple tracking collars, and closely monitored for years, Dorve remains alive, and the surviving father now says there's nowhere left for us to run. Here's some terrifying footage from one of the most horrific flood disasters imaginable. After catastrophic flooding struck southern China in July of 2026, a snake breeding farm was destroyed, releasing about 900 snakes, including venomous cobras and kraits, into nearby villages. As residents waded through chest-deep floodwater, authorities warned that deadly snakes could be hiding just beneath the surface. Hospitals rushed to stock with antivenom, emergency teams were deployed to hunt the escaped reptiles, and several people were reportedly bitten while clearing flood debris. The flooding itself killed at least 39 people and forced 130,000 residents to evacuate. That is horrible. What the
was giving my son switches and giving a nigga crack and giving him drugs and telling him to go trap.
He walked in here with switches every day.
K1 got legal guns. He could do that.
Telling me your son wasn't a violent person.
But why you keep saying my son violent?
He was violent.
My son fighting the case right now. You trying to make my son look bad? I mean, they gonna watch this.
They not watching this. They too busy worried about dirt. We talking about your son. We talking about your son and what you.
Are you trying to say my son to nobody?
No, you're in that crime, so they know his case. Then you talking about I'm doing.
They don't know his case. Who know his case? You still don't know. You still don't know the case.
Robbery, assault, burglary, robbery, stealing cars, robbery, burglary.
You said all type of shit. You said all type of shit.
All those. You ain't know he did one.
You said all type of shit.
You ain't know he did one?
I ain't never saw my son do nothing.
Oh, black parents. Black parents are so in denial.
In denial of what?
Crazy.
You capping, gang.
You know what's going on.
Hey,
you know what your son do. Bro came and told me too many times. You acting like I don't know this. You acting like you lying and playing. You lying. He stole me plenty of times. He took my plenty of times.
Took that. You sweet.
How?
How? You took it in your face.
You tell me he never took my.
He took it.
You tell me
take it and steal it, two different things.
Come on, I didn't know he took it. He took it.
He did. You told him where it was at.
I told
him. And he took it.
I told him to go roll my weed. He took it from me, and I told you about it. You didn't do shit about it. You didn't say shit about it. You didn't
Why you ain't stand up? Ain't you a man?
Why your son?
Yeah, y'all the same size.
What they got to do?
My son actually bigger than
What
you.
Are you talking about, bro? What you talking about don't make sense. I'm saying you need to be up for your son.
My son's an honor roll student.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
You lying. You cap.
You lying.
Cap.
Just stop talking about my son, bro.
I don't give a,
stop talking about my son.
What you did for your son? What you did for him? Talk about him. Do something for him. What you mean? Go get him out of jail.
Well, that went crazy real quick.
We are taught that we are alone in the universe, but this footage might just prove us wrong. 3 men were exploring a rugged, remote landscape under the cover of darkness, navigating through a maze of massive boulders. The atmosphere is already tense, but things take a terrifying turn, and they notice something deeply unsettling hiding in the shadows. As they shine their flashlights into a narrow, pitch-black crevice between the rocks, the beam catches a glimpse of something that defies all explanation. Wedged deep in the gap is a pale, smooth-skinned figure with an elongated head, completely motionless. It doesn't look like any animal native to Earth. The moment the light hits it, the creature reacts, quickly ducking deeper into the impenetrable darkness of the fissure to hide. The camera violently shakes as the men realize what they are looking at, and the footage abruptly cuts. Is it a clever hoax, an undocumented animal, or actual proof of extraterrestrial life hiding right here on our planet? The video is grainy, but the sheer panic in the camera movement feels completely real.
I don't know. When they come out with this disclosure and they tell us what's really going on, but there's extraterrestrial and all that, UFOs, maybe.
Spaceship, donkey.
Big road.
You guys think that was a spaceship, or you think that was some kind of farm equipment or something? I think there'd be more than just a couple cops around it if it was a spaceship.
When you go outside, if you ask 3 men to hit it, 3 men will do it and sign up for it, right? The only way a man can get 3 women to sign up that easy, he has to build up his status. That's the difference. A woman can go outside and say, hey, 3 men hit it, and then brag about, oh, I got mad men sweating me, because they want sex. It's that easy. It's that, when a woman brags about people wanting her, she sounds dumb. Because the ugliest girl on earth can get sex. That is nothing. The ugliest girl on the earth, they be having children. So we're just gonna say what it is. Somebody hit it. So when women say that, I'm like, you think weird. You think so weird to think that it's an accomplishment to go outside and get attention from a man. It is easy for a woman to do that. Men are naturally hunting. So therefore, when they looking at you, they hunting for sex. So the women that can't see it, a lot of them, they think, they's like, oh, I get attention. Oh, they want me. I'm like, they want every woman. When you go outside.
That's facts right there. A lot of women who just think and they throw away all kinds of shit too, just because they can get attention. So you're speaking facts.
Wow.
But you can't say that.
We're fighting to it right now. We're talking about the fly and the fly stuck in the box. But speaking of everything that we're talking about, and you just said a lot of things about these beings or these things that are created, machines, AI machines.
Right.
Are they walking amongst us now? And how long they've been walking amongst us, if they are?
I'm not gonna say that AI machines are walking amongst us, but there are different species of humanoid beings that are definitely walking among us.
Jesus.
That was a crazy video there. That looked like it was real.
It's proof the Earth is flat, because if the sun rises in the east and sets in the west every single day, where does it physically go overnight to reset and rise again in the exact same spot the next morning? It sets in the west, disappears, then somehow resets perfectly in the east the next morning. Same spot, same angle, same timing, every single day for your entire life. On a globe, the answer is Earth rotates underneath a stationary sun. Fine. But that explanation has a problem nobody thinks to ask about. If the sun is stationary and Earth rotates beneath it, the sun shouldn't appear to move at all. It should sit fixed in your sky while the ground beneath your feet turns. But that's not what you observe. You watch the sun arc. It climbs, peaks, descends. It moves visibly across the sky over the course of a day, tracing a path from one horizon to the other. A stationary object above a rotating surface doesn't arc. It stays put while the horizon shifts. What you actually see, a moving light traveling overhead, looks exactly like something moving above you, not something stationary while you rotate beneath it. So your eyes and the textbook are actually describing two different things. And here's what really stops people cold. The sun sets below the horizon, fully, completely out of view. Then it rises from below the opposite horizon 12 hours later. On a globe, the horizon is just the edge of your visual range on a curved surface. Objects don't go below it and come back. They disappear from your perspective as the curve takes them out of line of sight. But you know, a high-powered zoom lens can recover a sun that has just set, bringing it back above the horizon after it's visually disappeared. A curve doesn't uncurve with zoom. Perspective does. On a flat plane, the sun moves in a continuous circular path above the surface. It rises into view as it approaches your region from the east, arcs overhead, then moves away westward and out of visual range through perspective, not by physically going below any curve. Overnight, it completes its circuit, returning from the far side of the plane, and rises again from the east precisely on schedule. No disappearing act, no reset button, just a moving local light on a continuous loop above a stationary surface.
What do you guys think? Did you get what he was saying? I didn't. He lost.
All I said was he looked like a homeless polar bear. Aha, keep going. You're mad. Aha, I like the water. It's hot out. You're still a bum. You're supposed to be stoned.
Oh, hey, Coco, what up, man? I was just finna come back out, bro. I came here to get a glass of water and tripped onto the bed, bro. It's crazy out here. For real, though. What's up with you, bro? Remember on your birthday, I got you a birthday cake? Coco, please, bro. No! No! Hey, it's your lucky day, twin. Yes, sir. Sight nice and... Just another day in the trenches, you feel me? Can't wait till we make it out the hood, twin. I'd probably put that down if I was you. Pet Smart, count y'all days, folks. Y'all violated my man's Coco. Y'all ain't had them waterway signs up. Look at him. He a whole vegetable. He can't do nothing no more. He was about to run up these millions, gang. Now I got to sue. First day as king. You know how to get my boy Simba right with the fresh cut, crispy line of fresh braids. Yeah, my boy looking real gangster. All I said was he looked like a...
Them some crazy animal videos there. Well, that's it for today. If you guys would, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Be nice. Other than that, that's all I got for you. See ya.